Welcome to tonight's episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel, and as always, I have a very special guest for you, Cyriac St, who's actually the spokesperson for 500 Men. He'll be with us for the next 30 minutes, so stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both the national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, sitting here with Cyriac St, spokesperson for 500 Men Making a Difference right here in Brooklyn. Cyriac, welcome to Beyond Focus.
Oh, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
It is great to have you here. We love 500 Men. I'm one of the ladies of 500 Men.
Excellent.
So it's great to have, another family member back in the hot seat. Talking about something really important tonight. Everything that you all do is really making a difference. But I think what we'll talk about tonight is definitely so vital. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is coming up in October.
Yes, Saturday, October 16th.
So we're a little bit ahead of the curve. We wanted to make sure that you could get in on that, mark your calendars down, give you enough notice. So we'll get into that in just a little bit. But for those who may not know, let's talk about what 500 Men even is. Take it back to when this all got started and how you got involved.
Okay, it's a really organically constructed organization, because I actually met the founder and president, Wayne Devenish, at the gym. We used to always see each other at the gym, and that's kind of how it is when you get guys that are like-minded. Something brings you together and you find a way to work together. Mm-hmm. And when we first started working, our first initiative was just something like a bachelor auction, and we did it for Mount Pisgah Church. Mm-hmm. And I was a single guy at the time. He was like, "Hey, you just want to come out and help?" And I said, "Why not?" At the time, I was a party promoter, a business owner, just having a good time with life, but I'm always willing to help out in the community. Mm-hmm. So when we started doing community-based operations, it was just a natural connection between me and Wayne, and that's when brought in the other three founders. There's five of us that are founders. It's me, my name's Cyriac St, Wayne Devenish, Darryl Person, Bertha, he'll kill me right now, Fernando Lorence, and George Hutchinson. And when we just started working on different initiatives, it could be something as simple as painting a church or cleaning up a park. And the idea was just to make sure that we were a home for men that wanted to be a part of something positive in the community. And not say give 500 hours per year, but maybe you got 500 guys that give 1 hour per year. And from there we just grew. We're around 7 years now.
That is amazing. And every time I hear this story, it just makes me feel so proud to actually be a part of the organization and see all the good that we're doing. And then, of course, with some great men, you have some great ladies.
We need it.
And then the ladies came on board because we started seeing all the good that y'all are doing. And we decided, there's a lot of ladies who want to either help organize. We will pick up a shovel. We'll do what we have to do. Yeah. And we're a part of it just as much as the 500 Men, but we're just a separate branch. And to see an organization that's still not even 10 years old yet, doing so many great strides. I mean, y'all have been recognized from throughout Brooklyn, throughout the whole of New York, actually, with a lot of great work. So tell us about this summer. Summer 2016 has been phenomenal.
Oh, summer 16, I feel like we've been Drake. We've just been all summer 16.
Summer 16 tour.
Yeah, we've just been trying to stay active, make sure that we bring things that are good for the community, but also let the people that are members of our organization stay busy and stay active, because a lot of things that go on in today's society, people are finding outlets. They want to find a way to feel like they're part of the solution. So that's what we try and provide, ways that they can feel like they're being a part of what's transforming the world, being a difference maker, helping the community out in a way, and make sure that they're doing something their family can be proud of. So the summer's been very, very busy. We have some of our regular staple items, which will say Men's Day. And Men's Day this year, we morphed it into the Bed-Stuy Music Festival, which was amazing.
Von
King Park. We actually was able to get some live performances. We're trying to bring some arts and cultures to the area. And I'm talking about really live performances. Sometimes artists will come to the area and you might get a walkthrough, as they call it, or a two-set performance. We had Kenny Lattimore do a full show. We had Memphis Bleak with Rock Nation do a full show. We had Funkmaster Flex come down to Myrtle Avenue and do a big show for us. So it was amazing, and we were excited about it. And the bigger part of it is Men's Day. We have a lot of different things for the community. We had a physical fitness competition.
Yes.
We had a 5K marathon. We had a community barbecue where we gave away over 300 hamburgers and hot dogs. We had a lot of face painting for the kids, you know, stuff for them to enjoy themselves and just run around and have a good time and get exercise. And just all around brotherhood and fellowship amongst not just the brothers but the family members. Where, you know, some of the guys that come out and do all this work, they could bring their wife, they could bring their kids, their girlfriend, their brother, their grandmother maybe, and just take part in the community and make sure to use the park. So and we were really excited about that, and it was a great day.
It really was, and a lot of people, like you said, you bring out your significant other, your family. Kind of is that day, and I found with a lot of the more open events like that, it's kind of that time where you kind of show your family what you've been doing this whole time.
Yes, definitely.
Kind of get to show off, but not in a bad way. You're actually proud.
Yeah.
I see the pride in a lot of these fellas' faces when they come out. When I actually was the recipient of one of the awards.
Congratulations!
Thank you. And
well
that was so nice to actually do that. And one of the things that struck the ladies is that we were served brunch by the men.
Yes.
And the men came around and fixed us our plates, and it was just nothing like it wasn't Mother's Day, it wasn't Father's Day. It was just something for the ladies, and we found that so nice. You know, a small gesture like that. Kind of, you take a step back, you sit down, and we had the fellas serve us for that early part of the afternoon.
We have a lot of wonderful women around us, like yourself, of course.
Thank you.
And we always want to make sure that we do the honoring that they deserve, and while they're here to appreciate it. We don't want to, you know, talk about how great this woman was and how much a fantastic supporter she was and how great she was to the community, and say, all right, we'll talk about her later. We want to make sure that we honor her like we should, and treat you ladies and make sure y'all know y'all special to us and get you the treatment that you deserve. So we were happy to have you.
Let you smell the flowers while you're here to smell them, right?
So the ladies' brunch is always something that's very big to us, and we were happy to be able to honor some of those fantastic women.
It was great. It took place at Bedford Hall, and another staple in the community. I mean, that's Bed-Stuy right there. A lot of people came out. I mean, it was a well-turned out event. You couldn't be there that day. You were off on another mission.
Yes. That's the good thing about the organization, is we try to make sure we bring together some high-functioning brothers, cats that really would want to do something and be heavily involved, but they may not be able to give their life to it. But if you give them a task and a function, they'll jump to it. So we were blessed to be able to, while we had the ladies' brunch going on, and it was attended by I think it's Assembly Person Annette Robinson.
Absolutely.
We had Public Advocate Letitia James attend, and many other public and private personalities that can actually be a balance to someone as yourself. And while that was going on, we were working on the Push for Peace initiative, an event that was at Borough Hall in connection with Borough President Eric Adams and Lisa Evers. And this was just something, because there's a lot of violence on the streets, and everyone's looking for answers and trying to figure out a way to actually cut the gun violence, give something for the youth to do in the summertime, and just do something, because we got to stem the tide of what's happening. So the Push for Peace is something that we do every year to make sure that we talk about the different ways that we can solve these problems, to let people voice their opinions. Let people be heard, because sometimes people just want to say what's on their mind. So
Absolutely.
we try to make sure that we give that opportunity.
Absolutely. Well, hold that thought. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, sitting here with Cyriac St, spokesperson of 500 Men Making a Difference. So Cyriac, a lot of great stuff has been going on this summer, and not just over the summer, over the last 7 years. I mean, some of the most memorable things. I have a few of my key events that really stick out in my mind.
Oh, yeah.
What have been some of yours since you've been a part of the organization?
We had some fantastic moments, and I think the moments stick out the most because not just what we're doing for the community, because we love it. And to tell you the truth, sometimes I hear people say it sometimes, and when they say it, I'm like, This is when they're doing certain work, it's almost more fulfilling, and you get more out of it than you're actually putting out. Because when we're doing some of this stuff, we want to be of benefit to the community. We want to be of betterment to our society. But when you're actually out there and you can make these connections, I think that's what actually, it's intangibles that, goes beyond just putting some kind of monetary value on it or like fulfillment value on it. It's something that is just, you can't be replaced. Say, one of my best memories is after Hurricane Sandy.
2012?
Yeah, there was a lot of damage done in Coney Island. And every year during MLK's birthday weekend, we do a 72-hour service project. And I think 72-hour service projects have been some of the most life-changing experiences for me as part of 500. Because we just try and do a service project through that weekend in commemoration of what MLK would have wanted done. He said one of the biggest things you can do for your people or for society is be of service and work on service projects. So while some are out shopping and partying, and believe me, I have a lot of friends that have birthdays on that weekend.
That weekend is a big weekend.
It's a heavy weekend, but we go out and we work on a service project. And that year with Sandy, we went to Coney Island, and there was just so much destruction. And we were working in a place that's a transitional shelter for women that were leaving situations that might have been domestic violence or alcohol abuse, but also they might have been HIV positive.
Oh, wow.
So they had a lot of different things that they were dealing with on their plates, and the place where they were living was tragically damaged. So we went in there and we ripped it up. We pulled out all the bad stuff that needed to go. We painted, we sheetrocked, plastered, put down some carpet. I think we donated some TVs, whatever that we can do to make the place feel like home for them. And beyond just that, we're working all night. And we start from Friday night that weekend till the Monday morning.
And that is legitimately the whole weekend. That is
legitimately the whole weekend.
The whole MLK weekend.
And the part that actually I think is of value to us is we do a lot of mentoring with our organization, but sometimes the mentoring isn't just us talking to youth, because we have a lot of youth that we mentor, say from the CUNY BMI project, which is the Black Male Initiative, different youth in the neighborhood where, the aunt or the sister or the cousin might say, hey, this young man might need some guidance, can you just take him in? And we'll bring him and make him part of our initiatives. But I took information from one of the senior members in our organization, and he was telling me about security you could provide your family with life insurance. And he was telling me about it, and I was brushing him off. I'm like, what do I need about life insurance? I'm 30-something years old. This is something I'm not thinking about. And he spoke to me, he said, you don't got to take it now, just think about it. And he told me about the value behind it, and not just what life insurance does, but just the idea of letting your family know that you're thinking about them and you're planning ahead. And it's there's different financial gains to it as well. If you're starting to plan for your retirement and getting savings components, and these are things that I wouldn't know about, and I wouldn't naturally talk to someone about. And then not only can I get it from someone that's 20 years my senior, but now I could pass it on to somebody that's 10 to 15 years my junior. And those are the kind of mentoring moments that happen when you're doing community service and you're doing things for something other than yourself, and you can still learn from people that you're around. So those are some of the valuable lessons we get from it.
And that sounds like some definitely valuable information that you've attained, you're walking away with, you have that's within you now.
Yes, and get some life insurance. It is important. It's definitely important.
That's actually on my list too. I just did an interview with a life insurance agent, and I'm like, you know what? It's that time.
Can I get a plug? AXA Equitables and Ken Marable. He's a member of 500 Men Making a Difference. Also, Avis Jones, Devonish. She's also a licensed.
She is the lady of 500 Men.
She is amazing. But whoever you do get your life insurance from, it's important to be covered. Take care of your family, because some people, you never know when it's your time to check out and go home, and you want to make sure that your family's as safe as can be.
Very, very true, and I couldn't have said it better, and that's some good information. Hearing it from someone in a younger demographic.
Yeah.